Hello, how you guys doing? What's going on? I am your host Jessica Kahainor, and we have to talk about this story. So I need you guys to like, share, subscribe, and I want you guys to hear what's really going out here in these streets. And if you guys want me to, I will go live and we can have a family discussion about this. Make sure you guys comment, like, share, and subscribe. Check this video out.
Is enough. Let's call the cops and press charges. Let's press charges on them.
You want to press charges on the same person that just paid the down payment on your house?
So Towanda committed credit card fraud, stealing money from Tamar's credit card for 4 years to pay for her family plan cell phone bill. And then her response is, well, that's what families do.
Let's call the cops.
They're supposed to support each other.
Let's press charges on them.
If that were the case, why didn't she ask Tamar? But anyway, she does that. And then when Tamar gets into a tiff with Toni, her response, immediate response, is call the cops. Now, Tamar didn't call the cops on Towanda for stealing from her credit card. But when Tamar gets into a verbal altercation with her big sister Toni, Towanda's first response is to call the cops. In this climate, call the cops on your sister. Tamar was never the villain.
Welcome to part 2. What really took it over for me was Towanda telling Toni to call the cops and press charges on Tamar, the professional thief of the family, the one that you just got exposed for stealing from. Shout out to Toni for being like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to exit. Because what made you feel that calling the cops on your sister, the one that you stole from, is the right answer? I was watching another creator's TikTok and she said that Trina and Towanda treat Toni like she is a superstar. Like they're still groupies that want to like please her. And Tamar is the only one who treats her like a sister. And you see it in that scene when they're like, oh my God, Toni, you're so classy. Oh my God, Toni, you're better than this. Oh my God, Toni, she's not worth it. Toni Braxton dates Birdman. Okay, because Toni's the one who stood up and got in Tamar's face first. Trina and Towanda treat Tamar like she's some random bee off the street. Like talking to Toni in her ear like, let's call the cops. She ain't worth it. Yada, yada, yada. You speak about a stranger like that. You don't speak about your other sister that way. Especially the sister who's the one who got the Braxton Family Values, the original show, pitched and picked up. You're welcome. But if you guys didn't know, Tamar and Toni are the closest out of all the sisters. And Trina and Towanda can't stand it. Trina and Towanda still can't comprehend and wrap their heads around how Tamar was able to get the success that she got after the first season of the Braxton Family Values. And yes, Towanda is jealous of Tamar. If you don't believe me, go back and watch the Braxton Family Values from season 1. Toni and Tamar, I really hope you guys figure things out. Oldest and youngest, dynamic duo, the stars of the family. As far as Trina and Towanda, Tamar, get your money back. The loan money, the car money, the credit card theft money. Get your money back and cut them off. You cannot be friends or family with people who want and envy your life. That evil eye is strong. Cut the cord. That is all, folks. Make sure you see part 1 and leave some comments. Love you guys. Bye.
So a lot of people are calling out Towanda because she suggested that Toni should press charges on Tamar after they got into an argument. And people are like, Tamar bonded out Trina and Towanda before, so why would they want to press charges and do that to Tamar? And they said pressing charges on somebody who done got you out of jail multiple times for fraud and even put the down payment on your house is crazy. Like, be for real. And don't even get me started on Trina got behind the wheel drunk over Gabe and stayed out clowning her. Wrap it up. This whole situation is crazy.
And another thing I just remembered that I forgot to put in my original video about the Braxtons. Towanda, you sat there and was like, oh, Tamar, you slept with Toni Braxton's ex-boyfriend, da-da-da. Tamar was like, what? I never still no man. What are you talking about? Da-da-da. I never slept with him. He told me he slept with you, right? Cut to Tawanda's confessional, and she was like, once I, outed Tamar for sleeping with Tony's ex-boyfriend, Tamar's response was that I slept with him too. First of all, she didn't say you slept with him too. She didn't say that. And then she goes, I don't have mileage on my coochie. You're over 50. You probably needed to have some fucking mileage on that coochie. Like, and it was like an undertone of, it's so easy for the audience to think that Tamar's like more outgoing and liberated and sleeps around whatever versus her. Bitch, that's not no flex that you ain't got no miles on your coochie and you 50 plus years old. You need some fucking mileage on that goddamn coochie. Maybe you wouldn't be so fucking manipulative and so fucking bitter and so fucking still.
The fact that Towanda, it's not even about just Towanda saying press charges. We're going to get to that in a minute. But the fact that y'all are not realizing one very important detail. Y'all keep saying Tawanda's the villain. Tawanda's the villain. Tawanda's the villain. Y'all are missing Toni Braxton, baby. Toni Braxton is not innocent. She's very much so a Libra. She's not innocent. She throws rocks and hides her hands. Because notice how she played when Tamar was, whatever they conversate about came out at that table. You could tell that Toni and Tamar talk about Towanda. You can also tell that Towanda and Toni talk about Tamar just as much as Trina and Towanda talk about Tamar. But it doesn't really look like Trina and Toni be doing that much talking, because I peeped this when Towanda had when Tamar was like, yeah, because the whole thing with the phone situation. So basically, if you didn't watch it, Tamar was like how she found out that she was paying a phone bill for 6 years that she didn't realize she was paying for. It was 6 phones on it or some shit like that. Basically a family plan she was paying for that had something to do with Towanda, right? So when she said that, she looked at Toni like, yeah, whatever. And Toni sat back, and then that's when Towanda was like, but just because she said it doesn't mean it's true. And then Toni whispered something. No, it doesn't mean it's true. And I don't know if Tamar caught that, because I know I recently saw something when Tamar was like, the only person she talked to was Toni. You need to stop talking to Toni, because Toni is running your business up and down through the world, through your sisters. And I know y'all keep saying like, oh, y'all sisters, y'all need to stay together. Y'all don't need to stay together. That's your downfall. That's going to continue to be your downfall for life. Then to bring up that Towanda, when Towanda was like, oh, I don't argue with sick people. Towanda. Half of the black community is sick. If you really want to go there, half of your family members are sick, including you. Like Tamar said, y'all need to be on pills. All of y'all. Tamar was just smart enough to actually go take the accountability part and put it together. You hiding behind your stuff. That's why you was happy that man married you, because you did what you did and you realized like, oh damn, you were hiding that stuff from him, mental disorder. Because if you were who you are, you wouldn't care how a person feels about you with your alopecia. So you need to be taking pills. But also, here goes with the thing with Toni. So you on the phone with Tamar, you tell Tamar that Ashley needs to come onto the Braxton platform. You then say in the confessions like, yeah, she do, I did say it. But then in front of the table, when Towanda made a look at you, you try to deny it and say that you never said it. You lying ass Libra. So it's like y'all constantly want to point out Towanda, but y'all not realizing that everybody here is on the phone. Like they said, they all used to be on the phone, like girls running their mouth. So what I'm noticing is Toni is a shit starter, hide her hand. Towanda is a Virgo instigator. That we got Trina, who's a Sag, who's just like, she's for everybody. She's not denying it. She be there for Tamar. She's there for everybody. Even if whoever's beefing, she's still there for everybody. But one thing about it is Trina did not deserve to get her hair pulled or to be kicked. And y'all need to hold Tamar accountable. That was wild. You did not need to put your hands on that girl. We saw when she was clearly coming in between the both of y'all.
You did not need to put your hands on. You did not need to kick that lady. You did not need to pull her hair. You did not need to do nothing that you did. That I am not standing behind. That was wild behavior. And Toni standing up like she was about to buck and do something. Y'all should have just fought. Why Trina, you getting in between them? They weren't gonna do nothing. Let them fight if they really about that life. Give us what we need to see. Fight. All y'all need to fight it out. And then go sit down and drink some wine and let it go. Because y'all family at the end of the day. And if y'all don't want to stick together, break apart. Film from different sides of the world. And let's see what's going on with all of y'all. That's it.